you know, if you didn't go to film school and you don't know so much, you could start here. Hey there, I am Alex Winter. I'm a director and actor, and I am very happily in the bowels and guts of Beyond Video here in Baltimore, a city I love, and I'm never happier than when I'm in a video store. This is the classics wall, and there's already, like, I grew up in London a little bit, but I was a very young cinephile. I started making films when I was 8 years old. I would watch movies at the old movie theater at the university where my parents worked, and then I would buy the 8mm scenes from, like, you know, an Edward G. Robinson noir, or like a horror film, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And I would recut the movies, and I would shoot stuff and recut that at like 8, 9. Then I started making movies around 9. I look at this wall in my childhood, just like, you know, I look at a movie like Stage Door. I really got into acting because of the people who were in these movies. This is another film. My first feature that I directed on my own was a noir called Fever, and that was largely based on this movie, Stranger on the Third Floor, which is a Peter Lorre noir, which is very atmospheric. So old movies are my jam. Look, I mean, you know, fucking amazing. Like, if you don't get the Three Stooges, do some homework until you get the Three Stooges. So this video store has a lot of TV, most places do, but what is great about Beyond Video is that if it were me, I would be doing that, Mr. Ernie Kovacs. Back in the day when for me to watch Ernie Kovacs stuff beyond whatever very slim part of it they put on TV, I would have to go to the Museum of Broadcasting in New York City, and I had a membership. I was maybe 15 in our day. You had to really work to see stuff. Oh God, Hitchcock. Oh my God. This is going to sound really sacrilegious. I don't mean to sound like an asshole film person, but I am 100% an asshole film person. I prefer Hitchcock's British movies. I like shit that's kind of dirty. You know, God bless Criterion. A lot of these films are now much more available than they were when I was young. But I will say that physical media is really, really important. What I've been seeing here, which makes me very happy, is that there's VHS stuff here, because there's a lot of stuff that you can only find some of these movies on video. My very favorite filmmaker of all time is Mizoguchi. And there are films here of his that are very hard to find that they have on video, like Tales of the Terra Clan. Beautiful. These are very hard to find, and they're very good. This is Princess Yang Kui Fei. Amazing. Good luck finding that anywhere, probably, but on this shelf. So it really warms my heart in this day and age when people are just beginning to realize that the internet is not forever, and all this stuff that they thought was online is just disappearing, that you can have a place like this where you can find movies. Malik's my favorite modern director. If you really, like, if you don't mind wanting to kill yourself and you want to watch a movie that's probably more apropos for the moment we're currently in this country, I'd watch A Hidden Life, but you may step out of a window when that's over. Fritz Lang, I have just walked into. This man is, again, someone I probably revisit more than most other filmmakers. M is one of the most influential films for me. When I was young, it had a huge impact on me, both for acting and directing. And then Kurosawa, I could spend, you know, there's a lot of movies. They're almost all masterpieces. And in my opinion, he got better as he got older. And Ron is one of the greatest movies ever made. And he was getting there on when he made that. Fassbinder. Okay, well, Fassbinder, when I was 13 actually, New German Expressionist cinema was exploding. I went to an art house cinema in Chicago while we were doing King and I in Chicago by myself. I was 13, and I saw a double feature of The American Friend and Struschek. So that's Herzog and Wenders, obviously. And I was like, holy shit, what is this? I became obsessed with New German Expressionism, and I quickly found Fassbinder, who became my god all through high school. And I literally went to every day when this played in New York City, I think at the Walter Reed. I went to all 15 hours of Berlin Alexanderplatz on screen, and I lived in Jersey, and I was working on Broadway, so it was Not an easy thing to do. It took some commitment. Funny story. I remember going to see this film, L'Argent, at the theater. And I remember there was somebody groaning through the whole thing. He was like, this is bullshit. Fuck this. What is this fucking movie? You know, lights come up. It was Lou Reed. So Lou Reed did not like L'Argent. I do. So I love Lou Reed. That may be an area that we did not agree aesthetically. John Waters, we're in Baltimore. You can't not have John Waters. He's just, you know, he's a masterful filmmaker, but also a great giving cineast. I think he's introduced so many people to so many other filmmakers besides himself. Yeah, it's great you have such a robust section of docs. It's a lot of what happens is, and this is the case with mine too, is they go on TV, especially now, and they're never seen or heard from again. This is a masterpiece, and it was actually made a lot of noise at the time, but it's great to have it on physical because it should be seen. I think it sort of created a genre that a lot of people have imitated. Every Netflix series is kind of like Inside Job, but not as good. Oh yay, there he is. This is my favorite doc filmmaker right here. This is maybe my very favorite doc, actually. This is Marcel Ophuls, Hotel Terminus. It just showed you how docs could have narrative force, and still be very much a doc, not trying to be something else. Oh, hey, well, looky here. Look whose movie is here. Yay! This is my doc, Deep Web. It's a technological doc about over-prosecution of tech cases, and I was in a federal trial, and it was very harrowing. But thank you for having my movies here. Oh, this is a really good doc. This is very, very good. This is the James Knockway story. He's an amazing war photographer. This is a really harrowing, beautiful, beautiful film about the sort of psychological implications of covering war. Very germane right now, if you're looking at what's going on in Gaza and things like that, which I hope you are. Yeah, you guys know your shit. Okay, so yeah, this is all great. Like, this is great. This is another good thing about video stores is, like, you know, some of this will be obvious or more modern, you know, like Boots' great movie, which is great. Totally deserves to be here. But it's smart to put a film like this in this section. This is one of the greatest older movies ever made, out of the past. Probably the best film noir of all time. But this is just, I mean, this is gold. Norman McLaren, the great filmmaker who did a lot of stuff, like kind of like Brakhage, would work on film itself and then did a lot of sort of almost like effects-driven type animation and stuff. He was probably the first filmmaker that I knew, that I understood as an artistic filmmaker. My mother was a modern dancer, had her own company, and then taught dance at a university in St. Louis. She used to show her dance classes, McLaren, because he did a lot of stuff with dance. And I remember watching those in her class and just thinking, oh, I see. So you can make non-narrative cinema. And look how robust this is. And because it's in this section, in a House Fave section, you'll actually find it, which is what's important about video stores, is they're curated. And that's what the internet can't do so well, or if you're you know, scouring the net, it's hard to self-curate on the internet. That's part of the problem with where we're at and why physical media is so important, and having video stores that are curated by people who understand cinema. So you could just come to a section like this and just watch all this shit, and you would be a smarter, more interesting human when you were done. All right, so here I am in the video rental vault, which I get special dispensation to be in. All right, so here's what I got. I got a few things here. I got Mabarossi, which is the first film from Koreeda, the Japanese filmmaker who I love very, very much, who made Shoplifters, and just an amazing, amazing, amazing filmmaker who I think is doing an incredible job with movies right now. And I have not seen this. I have Between the Lines, which is Joan Mecklin-Silver, which I actually love her, and I thought all of her movies. I forgot about this. It's pretty famous, so it's not like I didn't know it existed, Between the Lines. But heralded movie at the time, and I have yet to see it, so that's exciting. And then this I've seen most of. This is the Up series by Michael Apted. You know, 28 Up, 38 Up, all that. It was every 7 years he would film the same group of people. And other filmmakers too, but it was sort of spearheaded by Apted. And it is a masterpiece of observational documentary filmmaking by someone who made great narrative films, and so it has a narrative thing. I haven't seen all of this. This is the whole whack. I mean, I'm not holding them all because I can't. But I'm going to watch them all because I've never been able to watch them all in a row from when they were young to when they were old, because I watched them as they came out. So those are my three. Very exciting. Thank you for bearing with my rambling film snobbery, and I sure hope if you're in Baltimore that you come here, because it is amazing. It's a treasure trove. Thanks.